hours and hours across the windswept plains uncertain. And with every mile we left behind, all our fears deserted. You were talking about those happy times, all the things you're feeling deep inside. Now it's way beyond the passing clouds and deeper than that ocean. Let's leave behind the small talk now, start to be more open. And if you want, you can tell me more. It must have been you that turned the world into. Yeah, loving you is the easy thing to do. It must have been you that turned my world into. 'Cause loving you is the easiest thing I'll ever do. So let me tell you how I feel, a simple notion way down deep inside. Of the past and all its memories, of nothing days and happiness as a child. Now it's way beyond the passing clouds, deeper than that ocean. Let's leave behind the small talk now, start to be more open. 'Cause if you want, you can tell me more. It must have been you that turned my world into. Yeah, loving you is the easy thing to do. It must have been you that turned my world into. 'Cause loving you is the easiest thing I'll ever do. Stories told, the present it gets swept away by time. Who would have thought we'd be like this, just two kids in the midst of our lives? Now it's way beyond the passing clouds and deeper than that ocean. Leave behind the small talk now, start to be more open. And if you want, you can tell me more. It must have been you that turned my world into. Yeah, loving you is the easy thing to do. It must have been you that turned my world into. 'Cause loving you is the easy thing I'll ever have to. Loving you, easy to do, and it goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Must have been you that turned my world into. Yeah, loving you is the easy thing to do. Must have been you. through the valleys, across the open plains, from Greta down to Seymour, the great dividing range. Injustice was our courage, a bushranger our faith, to defend our honor and uphold our family's name. And I would raise my glass to you, somewhere between folklore and the truth. And I would raise my glass to you, to freedom too. Driven by desperation, we took to the Warby Range, in search of a better life while our mother lay in chains. Our schemes of uprising, giving money to the poor, freedom, liberation, in defiance of the law. And I would raise my glass to you, somewhere between folklore and the truth. And I would raise my glass to you, to freedom too. And in these lonely hills, beneath the cold and damp, 3 Irishmen in uniform came looking for our camp. Shots rang out across the range, a widow's son outlawed, public cheaply bought and sold for a 50 quid reward. And I would raise my glass to you, somewhere between folklore and the truth. And I would raise my glass to you, to freedom too. To a halt, things don't go as planned. You fought your fight, you left your mark across the southern land, standing in defiance of antiquated laws. It's all gone wrong, that's enough, no more. I would raise my glass to you, somewhere between folklore and the truth. And I would raise my glass to you, yes, I would raise my glass to you, somewhere between folklore and the truth. And I would raise my glass to you, to freedom too, freedom too, freedom. Somewhere between folklore and the truth. And I would raise my glass to you, for freedom too. Working night and days and the night, far from friends and my family, but my future seems so bright. And all I ever wanted was a place I'd call my own, and all I ever needed was a place I'd call my own, was a place I'd call home. and I walked the miles back to you just to feel those loving hands. But all I ever wanted was a place I'd call my own, and all I ever needed was a place I'd call my own, was a place I'd call my home. But every time I close my eyes, something's missing, something's not right. Every time I start to write, something's missing, something in my life. Right through your door, another man was holding you on his lap, his child that you bore. And all I ever wanted was a place I'd call my own, and all I ever needed was a place I'd call my own, was a place I'd call home. And all I ever wanted was a place I'd call my own, and all I ever needed was a place I'd call my own, was a place I'd call home. Take me home, take me home. Shorty took the paintings off the wall. She scratched a farewell note on the door. She said goodbye to it all. Out of love for 8 long years, and unhappy in those drowning tears, she made her mind up to head north. She said this time round, you want to hold me down. My destination's Darwin town. And so she took the paintings to the pawn shop, sold the lot for half the cost. She doubled up by gambling a lot, with no one to stop her being free and escaping from that misery. Without the man she'd forgotten how to love. She said this time round, leave behind this town, my destination, Darwin town. But when it all turns out, you're running away from everything you know, and when the night comes down, you know that you'll never be alone. Tatey met a girl from Adelaide and promised him the world and convinced him to stay. They got married that July. Well, he worked for years in city bars, laying bricks, selling used cars, but his love had slipped well beyond repair. He hoped for better days in a far and distant place. He was dreaming of Darwin town. Tatey happened to meet in an Irish bar on Campbell Street. And there it was they first fell in love. Just two lost souls that had come so far with a similar past, similar scars. They rolled the dice, they played a game. They said this time round they thought they both had found their destiny in Darwin town. But time is cruel, and cruel is fuel for relationships to all fall through. The cracks appeared at the seams. Now Jody grew tired of Tatey in the wet, and a past she just could never forget. She packed the car up, she said, I'm heading south. This time round, no one will hold me down, running away from Darwin town. But when it all turns south and you're running away from everything you've known, and when the night comes down, you know that I'll never be alone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Never be, I'll never be, I'll never be alone. I'll never be alone. I'll never be, I'll never be, never be alone. Jody and Tatey happened to meet in an Irish bar on Campbell Street. Lessons I've learned have all come too late. It's time to wait my turn. She tried to predict my fate, taking some time to explain. You keep playing stupid games, wasting energy pointing the blame. All the secrets that you hide, I don't wanna hear about it. I don't need this in my life. I don't wanna hear about it. You're looking so surprised. Now I don't wanna hear about it. I've done my best, I've tried. were back in town for a while. When you left these shores 10 years before, for a better way of life. All the memories return, and the fire burns deep in your soul. But there's one thing that won't be denied, it's how pain heals over time. All the things that were left unsaid, they keep on spinning round my head. I keep hanging on every word you said, going deeper now, so much deeper now. I keep on listening to the thoughts in your head, going deeper now, so much deeper. In your wildest dreams, did you ever think you'll end up this way? How you took it all for granted, then you watched it slowly slip away. Your philosophies made enemies, now you're on your own. How you try hard to justify